All right, boys and girls, we're going to read this story called Do Frogs Have Fur? Now, wait a second. You guys are like, no way. Okay, before we start this book, last week we were introducing animals. We learned that animals move in different ways, they live in different ways. Um, they have different body parts. The reason why animals have different body parts, move a different way, live in different shelters, it depends on the animal for them to survive. They have specific body parts, specific homes, specific coverings, specific uh, ways they move for a reason. And they're just special that way. They have different ways to do something, to get food, to breathe, to see. So now we're going to be learning about different animal coats and covering. Why do some animals have fur, and why do some animals have skin, scales, feathers? So let's read about do frogs have fur? Now, do they, everybody? I hope you all say no. All right, let's read what we can have.
Do frogs have fur?
No.
No. Polar bears have fur. A polar bear's fur keeps the bear toasty warm. The inner layer of fur is thick and woolly. The outer layer is made of hollow hairs. The bear's bright fur helps the animal blend in with the snow. Furry paws keep the polar bear from slipping on the ice.
Oh, no, not at all. Now, do you see what the polar bear's fur keeps the bear toasty warm? Now, if we have that fur on a frog, they don't need to be toasty warm just like polar bears. They live in cold climates. Their homes are in a cold climate in the Arctic.
Do frogs have feathers?
What?
No. Cardinals have feathers. A cardinal's coat has hundreds of feathers. Short, fluffy feathers next to its body keep the cardinal warm. Strong wing feathers help the cardinal fly. Stiff tail feathers help the bird steer as it flits and flies from tree to tree.
Oh, feathers can help them fly and keep cardinals warm. So their feathers do a different thing for the bird.
Do frogs have scales?
That looks weird.
No. Fish have scales. Slick, shiny scales lie flat along a fish's body. Some scales overlap, like shingles on a roof. Some scales fit together, like bricks in a wall. Water slides easily over the scales as the fish swims. Scales protect the fish's soft body when it bumps against rocks or bigger fish. Do frogs have hair? No. Horses have hair. A horse is covered with a smooth coat of hair. The row of longer hair that grows along the top of a horse's head and neck is called a mane. A horse's tail sometimes has even longer hair. The horse can swish its tail and shake its mane to shoo away pesky flies.
Ooh. So remember, each animal has different coverings for a purpose. Now we have hair too, but we don't swat away flies.
Do frogs have fuzz? No. Bumblebees have fuzz. A fuzzy bumblebee lands on a flower. Powdery pollen inside the flower sticks to the bee's body. As the bee visits other flowers, some pollen falls off into the blossoms. The pollen helps make seeds for new flowers. Do frogs have bristles?
He looks funny.
No. Hedgehogs have bristles. The back and sides of a hedgehog are covered in stiff, pointed bristles. This bristly coat keeps larger animals from eating the hedgehog. When it is frightened, the hedgehog rolls itself into a prickly ball.
It's a way to protect itself, just like that millipede. When they feel threatened, it goes into a ball.
Do frogs have outside skeletons?
What do you think?
No. Crayfish have outside skeletons. A crayfish has a hard outer covering called an exoskeleton. As the crayfish grows, it gets too big for this shell. The animal then sheds its covering and eats it. The crayfish hides while it grows a bigger exoskeleton that will help protect it from enemies. Do frogs have fleece?
What do you think has fleece? I heard it. I heard Kiki. I heard Carter say it too.
No. Lambs have fleece. Tight curls of fleece keep little lambs warm.
It said sheep.
When a lamb gets older, this soft, fluffy hair is cut off, and the lamb grows another coat. The fleece is called wool. It is spun into thread and yarn for making clothes and blankets to keep people warm. Do frogs have shells?
Do they?
No. Turtles have shells. The painted turtle can pull its head and legs into its hard shell. The shell protects the turtle's soft body from the sharp beaks of hungry birds. The turtle can also hide inside its shell from enemies such as snakes and raccoons. Do frogs have slimy skin?
Scream it, everybody. Yes!
Yes, frogs have slimy skin. A frog can soak up water and even breathe through its soft, thin skin. To breathe this way, the frog's skin must stay moist, even on land. A thin layer of slippery slime keeps the frog's skin from drying out when the frog leaves the water.
Great job, boys and girls. Do frogs have fur? We realize they do not have fur because they don't need fur, but they have slimy skin for a certain reason. This book is great to teach you about animal coverings and why do animals have those specific coverings. Great job, and we're going to be learning about animals, what animals wear, animal coverings.